is KUKA Cooking. Check the new operating system iiQKA.OS2. A bit difficult to pronounce. iiQKA.Works and .Sim. The new workvisual and the new Sim, KUKA Sim. So if you had a car C5 controller, it hasn't changed much. The shape is almost like the PS5. Here's the safety interface connector XG11. It's the same as the X11 in the old cabinets. And here is the wiring diagram. If you have trouble, just pause the video. But basically you need to wire 1 and 5, 3 and 7, 2 and 8, 4 and 10. And here we have the new smart plug. You can use either this or the teach pendant. The smart plug is thought to be used with a tablet, but I would use it with a Windows laptop with a USB-C connector. You will need to download the iiQKA Smartplug software. And once you turn power on the controller, it will automatically connect. As you can see, you will need this for the deadman switch so you can enable the movement of the robot. So bear with me a second because I'm trying to record and use everything with one hand. As you can see, you can enable the move enable with the deadman switch, and now I am pressing the movement with my finger and the robot is moving in real time. Now, if you have a teach pendant or you don't want to be connected through the USB-C cable, you can connect through Ethernet cable through the network. Let me skip this part where it connects to the interface, but basically the USB-C just connects to the interface without knowing the IP address. And very important, you need to request the SPOC, the single point of control. You can only assign it to one device, so if you have the SmartPlug, it will be on the SmartPlug by default or the teach pendant by default, and you need to release this request or request it and grant it through the SmartPad. So now as you can see, I'm on the Explorer and I requested a single point of control and has been reassigned to the UI in the browser. So I disconnected the USB-C and now we can move as well without being connected to the laptop. Press the deadman switch and as you can see it lights up, we hear the motion drives and now I'm moving the robot. Remember, you can assign the single point of control through the default one, which is either the smart plug in your tablet or in your smartPAD. So now let's explore the new softwares that we have, the iiQWorks.Cockpit and the iiQWorks.Sim. The iiQWorks.Sim works as a work visual and also as the old KUKA Sim, the simulator. So in the new software, the iiQWorks.Cockpit, you can see the instance of the controller. And to enter in this software, you need to download it in the website, in myKuka. As long as you have an account, and if not, you just need to register. As you can see, it's very simple. You just need to search for the software. If you type in iiQWorks with double I, of course, you will find the cockpit and the sim. In this case, I selected Copilot, my bad, sorry. You will need to go backwards and in the KUKA iiQWorks directory, in the previous folder, you will see all of the new softwares that are free. In any case, you just need to click on get the basic license, and they will assign a license to your account. And here you can see all of the new software that you need. So you can download the iiQWorks.Sim and iiQWorks Copilot. Again, I meant cockpit, not Copilot. Sorry. So going back into the cockpit, you can see the instance. I already in the recent files it already appears because this is my only new cabinet. But if in any case you just need to add, if you know the IP address by default is, I believe it's 172.16.0 and 1. And then if you enter into the instance, you see it's running, the cabinet is on, and the subnet is on, and we have a SPOC state directly into this UI, and we can release it if we want to. As you can see, there's an option to go into the UI without the SmartPlug program, and then it will redirect into the IP address on the port 5018, and there you will see the UI. Here you can see as I request the SPOC, the single point of control, and I'm trying to jog the robot on my laptop. And now, since I'm recording on the screen, you won't be able to see the deadman switch, but I think it's better quality than the one that I was doing it with my camera, with my phone. And as you can see, if you release and you don't have permission, uh, you won't be able to move. Even though it lights up the drives, you don't have permission to move or change from auto to T1 or T2. Now, going into the iiQWorks.Sim, which is the work visual, we can configure the robot, the interfaces, the security, everything you could do before with the work visual, you can do it directly in the simulator. It takes a while to load. I skipped this part, but basically it's loading like Autodesk and things like AutoCAD, so it will take some time. And once you're inside, you can add different models and different step files, I think, as well as the cell configuration and other devices, IOs, or other field bus adapters, or other Profinet, Ethernet IP. You can change the safety configuration or another drive. Here you can see the safety configuration, and also you can see the optional packages already in my controller. In this version, actually, you can add any option packages in the simulator, and you will only need to pay the license once you upload into the controller. In other words, you can use any optional packages and test them in the simulator before uploading into the controller. Once you want the licenses, you will need to pay the license fees to KUKA. And now let's make a very quick sample program and let's test the simulator offline, of course, here in local. And then you can also load it into the controller, but I haven't managed to do that yet. Let me speed through this because it's a bit boring just to create random points just to test the simulation. But if you want to see more of this, just let me know and I will do it in the next video. And we will go slowly through the simulation phase. But anyway, I'm just testing the new software. And as you can see, it's basically the same as KUKA Sim before. Here we're online with the robot. And if I manage to fix the connection into the controller, we could just send the simulation into the robot. So that's it for today, more or less. I hope you like this video. I hope you follow us and see more of the tutorials and everything that we have prepared for you. Uh, if I have time, I will try to make more videos, but bear with me because we need to earn some money and also make for some projects. So here we are testing the new robots and doing new technologies. So it's a bit hectic right now.